What's slowly sabotaging your marriage isn't always what you think. It's not the big arguments or the major betrayals. It's the little things that quietly wear down your connection day after day. The sarcasm, the silent treatments, perhaps the dirty dishes that were left out again. Left unaddressed, these little foxes, if you will, become big problems that steal your joy, intimacy, and peace. Hey there, I'm Martin from instructandgrow.com, where we help Christian husbands build stronger marriages, families, and faith. Today, we're diving into something that's easy to ignore but deadly if neglected. The small frustrations that pile up and slowly pull your marriage apart. Your marriage might look healthy on the surface, but are there little foxes quietly ruining the fruit? Let's talk about how to recognize those small issues, why they matter, and how you can deal with them in a way that builds unity, not resentment. So, if you're ready, let's go. Catch the foxes for us, the little foxes that ruin the vineyards, for our vineyards are in bloom. Song of Solomon 2:15. Marriage isn't usually tested by huge, catastrophic events. More often, it's the small, unresolved frustrations that slowly erode love and unity over time. Minor annoyances, unmet expectations, and petty disagreements, if left unchecked, can turn into resentment and distance. Building a strong marriage requires handling small issues before they become big ones. The way you respond to the little things, differences in habits, communication styles, or even personal quirks, will determine whether they strengthen or weaken your relationship. We often brush off small irritations at first, but they can easily pile up over time. A seemingly insignificant disagreement, a sarcastic comment, a forgotten favor, or an unkind word may not seem like a big deal in the moment. When these things reoccur without resolution, they can lead to a heated argument later. If you frequently suppress your frustration, it will eventually explode in a way that's far more damaging than if you had addressed the issue when it occurred. That's why it's important to deal with minor frustrations as soon as possible. In marriage, it's rarely a big crisis that causes the relationship to crumble. It's the small, unresolved issues that slowly erode trust, connection, and joy. Think of marriage like a garden. If small weeds aren't pulled out early, they'll eventually choke the life out of the plants. In the same way, these small foxes can create bitterness and distance over time. Alternatively, when you and your wife choose to address issues early, forgive quickly, and extend grace, you build a marriage that's resilient and filled with peace. Letting minor frustrations fester is like adding a pebble to a backpack every day. One pebble might not seem heavy, but over months or years, the weight becomes unbearable. What could have been a simple conversation turns into a mountain of hurt and frustration. What seems small on the surface often points to a deeper emotional need, like feeling loved, valued, and respected. Many couples avoid conflict because they fear confrontation, but avoiding tough conversations doesn't bring peace. It just postpones the explosion. Ignoring small issues builds tension until it eventually erupts, often in an unhealthy and disproportionate way. When something bothers you, don't bottle it up. Approach your wife with gentleness, humility, and a desire for unity. Marriage is made up of two imperfect people. Sometimes you'll hurt each other unintentionally. The key to preventing small things from turning into big problems is to extend grace and forgive quickly. If you see areas where small things have become big problems, don't be discouraged. Start today by praying together. Then have an honest, loving conversation with your spouse and ask each other for forgiveness. Building a strong marriage isn't the result of one big decision, but of small, daily choices to love, forgive, and communicate well. A thriving marriage is not without problems. Rather, it's where both partners are committed to defeating those small foxes as a team. Here's your challenge. Today, choose to overlook a small annoyance and extend grace instead. If something does need to be addressed, do it with patience and love sprinkled with a healthy amount of humility. We love much because we were forgiven much. Building a strong Christ-centered marriage requires dedication, prayer, and the resolve to get through the hard times together. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more practical insights for navigating marriage, family, and faith. And remember, you don't have to walk this journey alone. Visit www.instructandgrow.com for more resources made just for you. Until next time, keep leading your family with love and faith. God bless.